Nate Diaz's post-UFC options seem to include everything from a potential Floyd Mayweather mega fight to a wrestle venture into the WWE. Tyron Woodley, who did venture into the boxing realm, warns Anderson Silva about his upcoming Jake Paul fight. Sean O'Malley is too big for a backup fight, while Rafael Fiziev calls out Justin Gaethje once again, and Strickland made some Strickland-esque comments about Ronda Rousey. Nate Diaz is one of the most prolific figures in MMA, and he recently became a free agent. Right away, the MMA community was wondering what Diaz will do next. A potential fight with Jake Paul is the most obvious choice, but it seems like he might have another boxing opponent as well. Rizin president Nobuyuki Sakayabara recently said that Diaz versus Mayweather isn't only something that could happen, but it's something they want to happen. Quote, "So if we're to do something with Floyd again, we always have to talk about an opponent. We do think we're at a point where we can't just only focus on the Japanese market anymore. We have to target the international audience. So with that said, Floyd's opponent doesn't have to be a Japanese fighter anymore. It's just one possibility thinking about the future. Not only Floyd's opponent, but Nate Diaz as an individual has a great amount of character, fight style, and a great following internationally. So as an individual, he would definitely be somebody we'd be interested in talking to." Now, of course, this comes just weeks after Mayweather defeated Mikuru Asakura in an exhibition boxing match in Japan. So there is definitely some potential here. However, Nate isn't just tied to combat sports. He recently attended a WWE event where he posted a picture alongside the likes of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon with the following caption, "We'll see what's about to happen next." So it seems like Nate is open to various different potentials, and who knows if we'll see him inside a boxing ring, an MMA cage, or a wrestling ring next. Speaking of MMA fighters stepping into the boxing ring, Tyron Woodley recently shared his thoughts on the upcoming Anderson Silva versus Jake Paul fight. Of course, Woodley famously got KO'd by Jake Paul in his last fight, so it seems as if he is speaking from experience when he warned Silva about Jake's power. Quote, "He's training his ass off. He's got KO power, and he's learned to throw that particular punch that he's got timing on." Also, it was recently announced that Alexander Volkanovski will be the backup for the Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev fight, which got people wondering if there will be a backup for the co-main event fight between TJ Dillashaw and Aljamain Sterling. But we know one person that won't be stepping up on short notice is Sean O'Malley, as he recently said that his fight is more important than a title fight. So let's hear what he had to say.
I don't know. What if fucking TJ stubs his toe or sits on a needle or fucking, you know what I mean? Something randomly happens. I don't know. You never know what could happen. Maybe me and Peter will have to fight for that spot and then just fight the guy next. Just jokes. That would suck.
What would happen, say Aljo got hurt or something and Peter and you couldn't fight anyone? Would you get paid?
They wouldn't do that to me.
They wouldn't? You don't think?
No, they wouldn't do that. They would scratch that title fight before they'd scratch my fight. If I had to guess.
Interesting.
I'm a bigger star, dude. And that's just a total guess, my opinion. Obviously, my opinions are very extreme, and some people don't like them. I'm undefeated. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Well, they'd scratch that fight, or they'd give me the title fight. That's just what I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they might even give you against
I might fill in for Charles.
Maybe, yeah.
I wouldn't fight Charles. I wouldn't fight Islam. I wouldn't fight anybody at 155, for that matter. Yeah, fuck that. Those guys are big and scary.
Meanwhile, Justin Gaethje recently talked about returning to the UFC octagon early next year and even mentioned the names of Conor McGregor and perhaps the loser of the Chandler and Poirier fight. However, one name he didn't mention was of the man that has been calling him out for months now, Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev picked up on this, in fact, and made another call out. So let's take a listen.
Man, I don't understand him. I understand him. I understand him. He just want to fight with like Conor McGregor. He won a big match, big fight. But I don't know when McGregor won't come back. He doesn't see nothing. He just train and beat some not strong partners. You see his couple video last one when he do spinning back kick, left straight, and but you see his opponent is like a beginner coming first time to training. Yeah, man, I don't know what he won, Gaethje, but bro, I tell him before fight with the RDA, when I win RDA, nobody won the fight with me, for sure. I tell him before fight, you know, because these dogs want to fight like only with each other, top 5, you know.
Another MMA legend who dabbled in the boxing realm was Tito Ortiz. However, he didn't fare well as Anderson Silva KO'd him quickly. But it seems as if Tito hasn't had enough of fighting, as he recently announced his next MMA fight. This time, a rematch against the American gangster himself, Chael Sonnen. So let's hear Tito announce his next fight.
But I'll be competing my one last time in the beginning of February. Tito Ortiz versus Chael Sonnen #2 will be happening.
Oh, really?
For Freedom Fight Night. And I'm excited. I'm really excited.
In
mixed martial arts, not boxing.
Yeah.
In mixed martial arts.
205?
Correct, at 205.
Now, we're sure the back and forth between the two will be equally as entertaining as it was the first time. Of course, Sonnen got the best of Tito in the trash-talking part, but Tito is one up on Sonnen in actually fighting. Another return that is highly anticipated is a fan favorite, Tai Tuivasa. He most recently fought Cyril Gane in France, where he lost via TKO. But it doesn't seem like that loss hurt his stock much, as he is back to fight Sergey Pavlich on December 3rd. Quote, a heavyweight matchup between Tai Tuivasa and Sergey Pavlich is headed to UFC Orlando per multiple sources. The bout is expected to serve as the co-main event. Meanwhile, Strickland recently came under fire for his dislike for Ronda Rousey. Now Strickland is known for saying some outlandish stuff and borderline crazy things to the point where many even question Strickland's sanity. So people are used to Strickland's rants, and this one is no different. Just take a listen to what Strickland has against Ronda.
After a loss, she went on Ellen, and she said that she was in the back room, the medical room, after she fought, and for a moment she thought about killing herself. And then she looked at her man, Travis Brown, and thought, I need to have babies with this man. I need to stay alive. It was on the news. It was fucking everywhere. And I don't know when suicide became fucking cool, but it became cool. Like, they made a Netflix show, 13 Reasons. Everybody's fucking depressed. Everybody is suicidal. And let me fucking tell you guys, it is not fucking cool. It is not fucking cool. Depression is like cancer. It's fucking terminal. It's like herpes. It's like herpes. You might not have it, but you always fucking have it. It's waiting to fucking come out. And suicidal thoughts for the people that have it, it's even fucking worse.
Strickland continued to berate Ronda for feeling the way she did. Well, now we're sure this won't be the last time, as we'll get another one of Strickland's infamous rants. But if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell beside it so that you're notified the next time we upload a new video. And with that being said, you just watched us break down the latest news in the MMA world. We'll see you next time.